Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of BEER-ating with Sean Connors. This is a first for me. This is two reviews in one evening. Basically, I just did the review of, I think it was the Fixed, a Greek beer, sorry. And I was going to go do some stuff around the house, and I said, I really want a second beer. So my buddy Gus was home from Victoria, British Columbia, and he brought me back a couple beers, a couple sours, and this is one of them. So I'm going to try this one, and this is Mure, and it's a sour with blackberry and arena hops at 5.5% alcohol. And ingredients: water, malt, wheat malt, blackberries, hops, and yeast. And it's called Isle Savage Brewing Company in Victoria, British Columbia. I spent 5 or 6 years out in Victoria, and I believe Bridge Street is going straight in from Esquimalt to Victoria. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure where the brewery is. I left there in 1996, so 25 years ago. A nice little red tinge to it. Head's got red tinge. Quite some substantial head there. I wasn't expecting that. I was probably could have poured it a little bit better, but we'll let that sit for a second. I find sours have a really unique aroma, the sourness to it. And I'm getting that from this. Not a lot more than that. I'm assuming I'm going to get a nice blackberry flavor. So as you can see, a nice little pink head. Nice little pinkish reddish color to the beer itself. I'll zoom in and I gotta let that sit for a second, so just so you can see the can, because I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. M-U-R-E. I'm assuming there's a French connection to the brewery. If anybody knows, because even the brewery itself, I-L-E, which I believe is French for island, Isle Savage, S-A-U-V-A-G-E Brewing Company. So if anybody knows a little bit about the brewery, by all means, feel free to let me know. Like I said, I do have a backlog of beer, so I want to do some extra reviews. But like I said, this is the first time I've done 2 reviews in one evening. Alright, so I have a little bit of beer in the can, but I want to give this a taste. All I got that time was the head, and I am getting sourness from that. And once again, I said something similar in last episode about if you're not really a craft beer person but you want to try them, by all means try sours. Before I start doing the reviews, I've never had a sour, and just the thought of a sour beer, just kind of like, yeah, it's definitely not my thing. And I tried them, and I really enjoy them. With that being said, I don't think it's anything I could sit down and drink several of them. But with that being said, at this point in my life, I don't really sit down and drink a dozen beer anymore. Back in my Navy days, that was quite a common, but those days are long gone. So I enjoy just a casual beer. So I find most craft beers, they're more casual beers. If I'm going to a party and I know I'm going to drink a 6-pack, I'll probably go with something maybe a little bit different. Definitely getting a sourness. I'm getting a little bit of the blackberry, not as much as I expected, but not a bad beer. I'm not quite sure where it falls on my scale. My scales are always out of 5, with a 1, drain port, don't like it, throwing it down the drain. 2, yeah, I'm not a fan, but I'll finish it. 3 is a good beer, 4 would be a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer I've ever had. Where is this one going to sit? I'm thinking 3.5. So that's between good beer and a very good beer. So I am enjoying it. It's definitely one I'd recommend. Excuse me. I'd recommend people to try if they can get their hands on it. But I don't know if it'd be one I'd go out of my way for to have it again. By all means, if somebody gave it to me or if I seen it, I might pick it up, but I don't think I'd go out of my way. Like some beers I find, like you had it, and you're like, yeah, I really want to get that. I don't think this would be quite there, but it is enjoyable. It's definitely one you should try. With that being said, all beers are one you should try, I think. It's definitely got the sourness to it. For me, I think I almost like a little bit more of the blackberry flavor coming through. So once again, it's not a bad beer. 3.5 for me. That's a good rating. It's definitely one you should give a try. So you go, folks, for the Isle Sauvage Brewing Company out of Victoria, BC. Their Mure, which is sour with black beer and arena hops. 3.5. Till next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.